This is Dronetag Rider, and it's a tool that I never thought I would need, but it came in incredibly handy on a big shoot that I was recently part of. More on that later. But first, you need to know that Dronetag did send me this unit to test and review, and I do get to keep it, but they're not sponsoring this video. No other money changed hands, and they don't get to see this video before it's launched. Dronetag Rider is a remote ID receiver, so it tells you where other drones are in the area, and it's really relatively simple. A USB cable to recharge it, and the unit itself, which has very simple controls. You have an on-off button, and you have a button here that can be used to set different actions, and a small antenna. Now, I believe there are other antennas you can do, and this antenna is detachable. So if you're traveling and you want to take the chance of breaking an antenna, you can certainly do that. Or if you want to wireless into a larger, higher gain antenna or something like that, you could do that as well. But powers on really simply. Push and hold the side button for 2 seconds. And then it powers on, starts scanning, and then these will turn green as it gets LTE, cell signal, right there, and then GNS or GPS signal, which it's not going to get here because I'm underground, and we're not going to be able to get any GNS or GPS signal. Once the Rider has GPS signal and all the other signals, then it goes into a scanning state where it will be silent, and these will flash a light blue essentially until it starts detecting other drone signals, and then it will give you a little beeping signal. And that lets you know that there's other drones in the area, and that comes in handy for a couple of different things. If you're a professional drone operator like I am, and you fly in oftentimes very congested areas, then it's good to know if there are other drones in the area so that you may not have an accidental collision or something like that. And this whole system works really simply. Basically, once you've paired it and set it up with your phone, you open the Dronetag app, and then pretty instantly you're able to see your location as well as any other drones that might be operating in the area. Now, if you're operating your own drone and you don't want to have it beeping at you constantly, you can tell it to ignore certain serial numbers or remote ID broadcast numbers, and then it will not beep for those specific drones, so you won't be setting your own alarm off, essentially, every time you go take off and fly. Some specifics about the Dronetag Rider is that it's receiving remote ID signal, and based on your GPS location and about a 5 to 6, 7 mile range, or even farther depending on conditions, it will pick up remote ID signals. And then it will show you a flight track of that drone once it picks it up, and as long as you're scanning the area, it will kind of track that flight path through that drone. So as you click on each drone you see, you'll see the flight path they've been taking, which is useful if you're, flying in the area and you want to know if the area you're working in is going to be okay, or if there might be the potential of another drone coming into that area. It also gives you information like the height and the distance from the operator, and of course you can also see where the operator is located, which in my case came in handy when I was part of a very large production, and there all of a sudden was a rogue drone on the scene. We were able to pinpoint where that operator was and see where the drone was operating. Obviously, we could see the drone in the air as well, but we were able to pinpoint where the operator was, go and make contact and let them know that, hey, it wasn't okay for them to be flying there at the time because of the operations that we were running, and it was all on private property, and it was a simple miscommunication. It was not a big deal, but it mandated help us find that operator quickly and mitigate the situation where we weren't worried about any potential hazardous drone operations in the same area. But another way that this has come in incredibly handy was I was working with a large client who had a substantial amount of product on display, and they kept getting what they thought were drone sightings in the middle of the night. And so I was able to spend time with them, and we were able to watch the Rider scanning, and then also watch ADS-B to determine what were aircraft coming in for landing at a nearby airport and what were potentially drones that were being flown over their property. It came in incredibly handy to be able to show them and go, this is where the drone tracks are, this is where the operator is. And then they were able to go make contact with those drone operators and let them know that they would appreciate them not flying over their property. Even though nothing nefarious was going on, it gave that company a lot of peace of mind knowing that they were able to go make contact with drone operators and make sure that they were not operating in a nefarious way, and at least have an open dialogue with them about what they were doing near their property. Now, from a security standpoint and from an operator standpoint, it's nice being able to have a device like this to let me know if there are other drone operators in the area. But it also helps me remember and should remind us all that there are people out there with the capability of tracking what you're doing with your drones. They may not be able to know exactly who you are unless they're law enforcement, but they could be tracking you and what you're doing. And in the case of a drone flight that I found here, which was most definitely flown well beyond visual line of sight, it's good to be reminded that there are people out there that might have one of these, or whether it's law enforcement or not, that can see what you're doing. And even, in fact, my city here in Anchorage has a system that detects drone flights citywide. And so it's a good reminder to know you don't really ever know who might be watching, and just to make sure that you're doing things legally and above board. Being that it's battery operated, it's relatively small, and you can get 3D prints like this to set inside and have it, clip on your belt if you want to. It's really an easy device to have with you. The battery life seems to run between 4 and 6 hours, depending on how you're using it and how busy it is. And then because it's an LTE, it will actually give you a cloud data storage option that you can work out with Dronetag to be able to store the tracks that you, or the drones that you track. And you're able to look back and go, oh yeah, this drone was flying from here to here. If you want to learn more about Dronetag Rider, you can click the links in the description. They're not affiliate links, but they will take you to Dronetag's site, who also makes things like remote ID beacons to be able to strap onto FPV drones or home-built UAS as well. And next, you're going to want to watch this video right here. I'll see you over there. As always, if you have questions, ask me in the comments below or join my live stream, which happens most Wednesday nights at 4 p.m. Alaska time, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you again soon in the next one. Cheers.